Hi guys, I'm in Thailand. That's why I'm on this gorgeous beach and I'm gonna film a Q&A. Okay, this is literally the beach filming setup. It's just me and this man who probably lives here. He's like fishing. It's so beautiful. It's like, how stunning is that? I think this is a good setup. I'm gonna speak kind of loudly because I know the waves and like a helicopter or whatever that is. Oh, it's a boat. Let me just wait till the boat leaves. That's the boat. The boats can take you from like this beach to the other beaches, like over there. I haven't posted on YouTube in so long. I'm so sorry. I feel like I say this in every video, but when I'm doing my brand, sometimes it's just not interesting. But obviously life is interesting right now, like all the way across the world. And I just wanted to do a Q&A and like catch up with you guys because I love my YouTube like community, I guess. I think everyone is so nice on this app and it's just like the best vibe. And I feel like when I get in front of my phone to film a YouTube video, like I just get so happy because I just love filming on YouTube. Again, I'm speaking kind of loudly, like just trying to enunciate as much as I can because I know the waves in the back are probably really loud, but it's also, it's like so nice, you know? So if you're new here, my name is Olivia. This is my YouTube channel. I feel like I should reintroduce myself because I haven't filmed in so long. So like I said, my name's Olivia. I do content creation. I also have a clothing brand, Olivia Hurst Designs. I just was living in Paris for a few years and I can actually tell you guys I'm moving to New York very soon. So that's a life update. I'm really so excited about that. I lived in New York before, if you didn't know. I lived there for 4 years because I went to college there. I went to Parsons. So weird and like nostalgic to go back to New York because it was like my most formative years there. Like in college, the first time I lived like not, I'm gonna look this up. First time I lived like not in my parents' house, you know? It's just like so weird to move back there in the best way because I hope it's really different this time around. I hope I like have a whole different life there just because I haven't lived there in 2 years. So I just want to like move there as if it's like a whole new city, you know? Anyways, I just want to get right into the Q&A because yeah, I asked you guys to ask questions on my Instagram story. I find it kind of hard. He's fishing. He's been fishing on our beach all week and I was talking to him the other day and the fish were so beautiful. I find it kind of hard to just like start talking about myself. You know, I think that's like pretty common for people. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me like some questions just to get like prompted. So I wanted to make a video that's just like a really good vibe. So if you just want a vibe check, you can come back and like listen to this video as you get ready and just vibe check. The first question I got was, how do you stay consistent with your wellness routine? I honestly don't think I'm like the most disciplined wellness person on the internet just because I follow a lot of wellness people and my routines are not as extreme as like a lot of people's, but I don't know, wellness has always been such a key part of like my life literally since I was a teenager. I just remember being obsessed with self-care. I think it's like my love language to myself is to like take care of myself. I always notice like when I'm not consistent in my routines or when I'm not taking care of myself the way I could. And I mean taking care of myself by like what I eat, what I do to work out, how much sleep I'm getting, like how much time am I letting myself like recharge and the ways that I like to recharge. I notice when I don't do that, like I'm more anxious, I'm like more easily depressed, like everything in my life I kind of like goes downhill. Not in like such a dramatic way, but it's just like I notice I'm just such a better person, a better friend, a better family member, a better business owner, anything and everything when I do my wellness routine. And I guess there's like a little bit of anxiety on that. Like if I don't do these, I know I won't feel as great, which probably motivates me a lot. It probably is my number one motivator, like I was just saying. I don't eat gluten while I try to like avoid it. I don't eat like unhealthy dairies. I eat like the healthy dairies, like cottage cheese, yogurt, and like some like feta cheese and things like that. I'm trying to learn more about like inflammatory foods and like just foods that like we should try to avoid. Like I'm learning about seed oils right now. I'm not going to talk on it because I don't think I know that much about it yet, But I'm just like so interested in learning about like what is the best for you. Just like listen to my body as much as I can. Like if I'm really sore and like don't want to work out, I just don't. But usually every day I do at least 10 to 20 minutes of a little Pilates workout wherever I am. But one thing I think is so important to stay consistent is having wellness routines like built into your normal everyday routine. So every morning in the bathroom, like after you brush your teeth, like that's where I implement some of my other wellness routines like in that moment. So every day just becomes like a habit. Or like when I'm brushing my teeth at night, that's when I also like dry brush, put oil on my body, like do a little lymphatic massage. It sort of just becomes like part of the everyday routine. I also do like wellnessy things with my friends. I think sometimes like we go on a run together. We are like chatting back and forth about like what meals we're making, what new things we're discovering, which I think has been really helpful for me, and I think I'm lucky in that way. I think if you can like chat with a friend about wellness to keep up with your routines with each other, I think that's so helpful. Have like a wellness buddy. Like just making time in the day is so important. Like get up earlier so you know you can like do a little 10 minutes of reading, a little 10-minute meditation. Just like prioritizing it as if it's because it is so necessary. When I do these talking videos, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not making any sense at all. So let's just hope I do. So I got asked like what my self-care routine is and what my workout routines are. So I'll just continue on this conversation. So starting with self-care, I do have a really long skincare routine, which I think is so necessary. Ever since I started using higher quality skincare, my skin has looked so much better as well. I use the Estee Lauder Double Repair Night Serum. I use the Clarins Anti-Aging Serum. I use the La Roche-Posay B5 Balm. That's amazing. I use Clinique Lotion, and I use Paula's Choice Sunscreen. So that's like a self-care routine that's so important. Another thing I've been doing is I've been taking Nutrafol. Nutrafol I take for my hair, and I've been taking it for about 2 months now. I'm on my 3rd bottle. By the time I get back, I'm going to be finishing my 2nd bottle. And honestly, the roots of my hair, like the new grown hair, is so thick and healthy and shiny. That's part of my self-care routine now. Dry brushing. When I'm home, I dry brush every single night and put on lotion or body oil after I dry brush every single night. And I do it where you like have lymph nodes as well in the lymphatic drainage system. So I kind of get like a 2-in-1. I do facial cupping on my face, or I gua sha. And that I really like just to get the blood flowing. What else do I do? Oh, I take vitamins. I take black seed oil. I take like a B complex. I take vitamin C. I take electrolytes every day. I take a women's probiotic. That's probably the most important one. I don't wash my hair every single day. I try to wash it once to twice a week at most. And when I don't wash my hair goes so much faster and so much thicker. I try to sleep as much as possible. I probably get like 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and if I get less than 7 hours, I'm such a mess and my head is so foggy, and sleep is just so important. When I'm not sleeping, like I am more irritable. I like can't do a good workout because I'm just so fatigued. I don't look good. It's just like sleep is so important. I think that's like the #1 thing. I don't drink coffee anymore as part of my like wellness routine, I guess. I drink it sometimes. I've been drinking on vacation a little bit here because like every morning people have just been making a pot of coffee and it just smells so good, and I'm like, okay, I'll just have a little bit of coffee. But I've started drinking matcha instead. I think that's kind of part of my self-care routine because it's much better for you. And honestly, it's a little bit of a life hack because when I really do need like an upper, I do have a cup of coffee and it works like magic. Like I'll probably have a coffee like once a month when I go out with my friends. I'll like be so awake all night, you know? Like a life hack to like not drink coffee and use it sparingly. Speaking of going out and like wellness, I kind of stopped drinking this year as much as I did before. Living in Paris, I would go out and drink like twice a week, once a week. At least have like a casual drink during the week at one point, and then go out and have like cocktails with my friends, which there's nothing wrong with doing that. I like have no regrets because I have the best memories ever, and like I love a good cocktail, like let's be so real. But I kind of stopped drinking recently this year, the past like 6 months this year, just because I noticed it was making me really anxious, so brain fogged, so like just not my best self. And I was noticing I was like so tied to drinking. Like if I had a drink the next morning, I was just like my worst self. I feel like these self-care tips, they kind of are like physical self-care but also mental self-care, because like for me they're kind of combined. Like you can't be so taken care of physically and then like your mental state is like not taken care of at all, it's kind of like defeats the whole point. Because to be honest, I think all these like physical self-care things, I think yes, they like make you look nicer, like that's great, but also I think 50% of why I do them is because they just make me feel good from the inside. It's just like an act of self-love, like for yourself. I think it just makes you feel so grounded and like connected to yourself. Okay, I'm going on a tangent. That's an important tangent though. That's a big part of my self-care routine, is just recognizing that. But I don't really drink as much because it's just not worth it for me, because I just don't think I handle it well. I have so many friends who can have a casual drink and like wake up the next morning and feel so fine. I'm just not that person, and I don't care if I'm that person. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever. My friends don't give a fuck either if I'm not always drinking. I do go out sometimes. I do enjoy a cocktail sometimes, but I just do it more cautiously and sparingly. And I've noticed I just have like way less anxiety, and I'm just like in such a better mental state ever since I really limited my drinking. The last 3 weeks of being in Thailand, I haven't had one drink, and I don't even notice, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's more of like a personal choice. I honestly wasn't planning on touching on that because I do feel like it's so personal, but I don't know, it might inspire some of you to like reflect on that, because for me it's been such a game changer. Someone asked, how do you stay disciplined? And someone asked, how do you stay disciplined in like the work area of your life? So I'll just answer both of those. To be totally honest with you guys, I think a lot of that is like anxiety, especially in like the work area of my life. It's like, because I work for myself. Sorry, I just dropped my Apple Pencil in the sand, whatever. Because I work for myself, I do content and I run my clothing brands. Like I don't have someone telling me to do my brand, so like I have to just like, it's like if I don't do it, no one else is gonna do it. I think like there's that saying or fact or whatever that like you need to do something a certain amount of times and then it's just going to become a habit. So like you have to get past that like hard stage where something isn't a habit yet, but once it's a habit, it'll actually be like quite easy. You'll just fall into a routine with it. Also, all the things that I stay disciplined on are things that genuinely like make me happy. I think I need to ponder on that question a little longer and come back to it. I get asked this question a lot, which is like, how do you stay so positive? Which I think is so sweet that people think I am such a positive person, or they get that vibe from me on my social media. That makes me so happy, because like social media is so like toxic sometimes. So I hope when people follow me, they get like a positive vibe, or they get motivated, or they get inspired. Like that's my goal. I've been obsessed with social media. You guys don't understand. Like I'm literally fulfilling my childhood dreams right now. Like posting on YouTube, it's always been my biggest dream. Always want to make sure I'm posting like my most positive self, or keeping it as real as I can, because obviously you're not positive 100% of the time. I think this comes with like life experience, which I hate saying because I'm only 24, so it's like I haven't even had that much life experience. But to be totally honest with you guys, I feel like as a teenager and as like when I was in college as well, I wasn't always like a super positive person. I think I used to get really flustered and like stressed out. I think a lot of my positivity comes from my spirituality as well. I'm a very spiritual person, which I also think is a really personal thing depending on who you are. Maybe you're more religious, maybe you're more spiritual, maybe you're just not any of the above, which is also totally fine. But I read a lot about spirituality and how, and like the universe and like the law of attraction and manifestation and energy and all of that. I love to like learn about that. I've really resonated with the idea that like something that is a like quote bad thing happening to you, the experience will make you grow as a person, and that in the end is a positive thing. Anything that's sort of been like really hard for me to go through, I've like learned now that like I'm so happy that happened, and I think having that mindset is so important in life. When I was living in Paris, there was a time where I like literally moved there. I didn't know anyone. I just felt so alone and so lost, and like I missed my family, I missed my friends, and I never felt that like alone or lost in my life. Like it was like a perpetual deep loneliness for like a time period, and I stuck it through. I obviously stayed living there and completed the degree. I ended up making some of my best friends and like amazing connections and experiences, and ended leaving Paris with it feeling like a proper home. I could look back at that really hard time and think, oh, that was so hard, but it's like I'm choosing to look at it and think, okay, well, I really like pushed myself and I really learned so much, and I was forced to be alone. I was forced to learn about the environment around me in such a deep way. I was forced to like be happy being alone and like learn to be alone. Forced to like really put myself out there because I really wanted to like make connections. So I just remember it being a really hard time. But now I look back and I'm just like grateful that I experienced that, because I think it taught me so much. And there's just some other things I experienced in the past few years that just, they were like hard in that way. I love myself now, this person I am, the version of myself I am right now, and I wouldn't have gotten here without experiencing anything like hard. Try to, the best you can, to see what you're learning and how you're growing from a situation, and that's, I think, like a really key important mindset tip to like staying positive. Also, gratitude is so important. Staying grateful is probably like the most important thing. I can notice when I am just like feeling more down and feeling more like anxious or stressed or like just not in like a great mindset, I'll write down a list of everything I'm grateful for, and it literally like changes your brain. I also think just like being so obsessed with your own life and your own friends and your own family or your own routines, like just being like obsessed with your life, it will make you such a happier person, you know? Like, you know, when you're younger and you're comparing your life to everyone's around you and you're like only thinking about things you don't have and whatever, and obviously like everyone still does that every once in a while. I feel like I'm so much happier, and I'm really happy right now because I'm just like obsessed with the things I have going on for myself that I've created for myself. Like my brand, like I'm so obsessed with it. It gives me so much happiness. Obviously it's really stressful at times, but it's like gives me so much happiness. My friendships, like nurturing my friendships and just like connecting with people, just like staying in your own lane in that way and just being like obsessed with your own life. I think you'll just be like a happier, more positive person. Give more energy and like nurture the things in your life that you have, not waste energy on like other people's vibe, like love and light to everyone else, but like be obsessed with yourself, you know? I honestly don't know if I'm making any sense or if this is like resonating at all. I'm so zen and chill right now because I've like been with my family on this trip for so long. What do your tattoos mean? This is K for my mom, her name's Kelly, S for my dad, Steve. But I think I'm gonna get my tattoos removed. My parents don't give a shit. I already told them and they're like, we don't care. Their initials on a necklace instead. I just like don't think tattoos are really my scene, my vibe. I love them on other people, but I just like see pictures of myself and like look in the mirror with my tattoos and I'm like, it's just not me. And I never was a tattoo person, and then I went through a phase. Favorite perfumes, I like anything like Killian is really, really great. Matiere, I think I'm saying right. Their vanilla powder is so good. Love by Killian, Sunkissed Goddess by Killian, Woman in Gold by Killian. I have all those ones. Neroli Portofino, Tom Ford, Soleil Blanc, Tom Ford. Your ab routine, I'm actually posting my recent ab workouts on my TikTok, so go look. Best stores for basics. I get a lot of my basics on The Real, and I get them from Cotton Citizen, Isabel Marant, James Pierce. When did you start social media? I started posting in like 2020. Got a little bit of a following, but not from doing anything not interesting. Didn't take it seriously at all. And then I started doing it consistently about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. It's becoming a job, and I'm signed now, and I do things consistently, and I love it. But it took me like a minute, guys. Like, don't give up. It took me so long to make it like a thing. And I've always wanted to do it, so I'm so happy. Hair routine. Like I said, Nutrafol is the supplement I take. Kerastase glazing drops on wet hair to make it sleek. Any leave-in conditioner, really. I use the Moroccan oil leave-in conditioner a lot. Shampoo and conditioner, anything really, but my favorite brand is the Orbe, but they're kind of expensive, so I don't always get them, but that is the best shampoo and conditioner ever. Haircut like at least once every 2 months, just trim. I don't diet that much anymore. I diet like once or twice a year, and I get these like highlights. Favorite city you've ever visited? I don't know, city is hard. I'll say favorite place, probably Menorca. The vibe was just like unmatched. Anywhere in Spain, honestly, is my favorite country ever. Ibiza obviously is amazing, but Menorca is like heaven on earth. And when I was there, I was like so at peace. I love it. Favorite workout? I do Pilates a lot, but I also started lifting weights this year, and I've been doing that probably like 2 to 3 times a week. I really like lifting weights right now. I got asked a lot, how do you stay confident? How do you stay confident on low confident days, etc.? This is something I still work on every single day and think about so constantly, because I don't think I'm like the most confident person. I think there's things I definitely am confident in, but then there's other parts of me I like kind of can be kind of harsh on myself about, which first of all, I just want to start off with that because I think it's really normal. I don't think anyone is like 100% confident, and if they are, it's usually like a mask of like, you know, not being so confident. No, just like try your best, put 100% into things you do, and I think you'll naturally become a more confident person, because, you know, you like gain more trust in yourself. And I also think like all the physical self-care, you'll just feel so much more confident when you're taken care of. Internal confidence though, it's like, I think that comes from keeping promises to yourself and like dedicating yourself to whatever makes you like happy and what's important to you. Oh my god, the sunset. Okay, let me start over. Confidence, like inner confidence, like a really grounded version of confidence, can come from like recognizing what's important to you and like what your values are and being really strong towards them. Does that make sense? Keeping them very strong. That can be like different for many different people. It just depends on like who you are. And for example, like if being a really good friend is something you value a lot, if you like act on that value, I think you'll feel more confident. If working on your business is like something you value a lot, and like being a hard worker is something really, really valuable to you, and if you do that, you'll be confident, you know? For me, taking care of my body is like something I just value a lot. Working out and eating healthy, it's just, I just value it a lot. I just think it's so important. I just think taking care of your health is so necessary. I act on that value. I take it like seriously. That doesn't mean it has to like be the most valuable thing to you. I'm just using a personal example. I think that's like my biggest tip on confidence. It's sort of just like imagine who you want to be, what you want to do, what's valuable and what's important to you, and just act on that, and like you'll notice your brain will just like rewire to being more confident. I don't really believe in like quick fixes with confidence. I don't really think like looking in the mirror and saying like I'm the prettiest person ever. I just think that's not real confidence. It's like, it's not true. Find your values, write them down, make them really specific and really true to yourself. Don't just value something because someone else is doing it. I think that's where I'll end this Q&A because it's coming on to 40 minutes and I need to edit this and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you want more videos like this, just like yapping and talking about life, let me know, because they're my favorite videos to watch, one of my favorite videos to watch, just because I think a vibe check can do so much. You know, that's actually something my best friend like kind of came up with, is like the vibe check. Belen, she like always says like vibe check, and she's so real. Hope you guys got a good vibe, got more motivated, love yourself a little bit more, excited to like take care of yourself, excited to do things that make you feel confident. I'm gonna enjoy the sunset because look how beautiful it is. And I'm gonna spend the last night in Thailand, hang out with my family, and not gonna be on my phone or like do any work. I think that'll be important. See, that's like something I'm valuing, and I'm gonna act on it because I know it'll make me feel good. Because I've been working a lot this trip, which I knew I was gonna have to do because it's like peak selling season of clothing brands, and it's also just like a busy time in life. But I told myself like the last day I want to turn my phone off at one point and like just be so present, and I'm gonna do that because it's important to me. Okay, love you, bye.